everybody, it's Pastor Tamara here and welcome to our Wednesday activity. Today we're going to be doing a super fun craft that only takes 2 things to make this craft. So what you're going to need today is you are going to need some sticks and you're going to need some yarn. Different colors, whatever colors you like, you can choose however many that you would like. We are going to be making these monogram stick letters. Super cool, super fun. I made the letter T because my name starts with T for Tamara. So you can make these, we could put them up in your room or in your house as decoration. We can put a little loop on the top so that you can hang it from something. Lots of fun. You can make your name, you can spell out a word, whatever you want to do. So with your sticks, when you go out to find your sticks, you want to find ones that are sturdy enough to be able to do this craft. You're going to want to think about what letter or word you're going to spell so that you can find the right sticks to make that letter, to make it work. If they have bark or anything like that, you can take the bark off of them. That's okay. They're going to get wrapped up in yarn anyways. If you want it to be thick, if you want it to be thin, you have to think about those kind of things. So take a moment, think about what you want to create, what letter you want to make or word you want to make. Think about what kind of stick you'll need, and then go out and find all the sticks that you need to make this craft. Then come back, find the yarn, pick the colors that you want, and get ready, and we're going to start this craft. So go ahead and get all of your supplies. Okay, everybody, welcome back. We're going to get started with making our monogram letter. So I made a T just as an example because my name is Tamara, but now I'm going to try a different letter. I'm going to try and making the letter K. So this one's a little bit harder. I was lucky that I found a stick that kind of already had the beginning shapes of a K, so I just need one more stick to finish that letter. So the first part of doing this craft is a little bit more difficult. It's the securing stage, the part where you have to start by securing your different sticks together. So I'm going to walk you through how I sort of did that with my first one. And then once you have all your sticks secure, then it's super easy. All you have to do is wrap your yarn around in whatever pattern you want. So I'm going to start off with taking this blue yarn just to use as a securing agent for my letter K. So you're going to hold your letter just like this. Hold whatever piece needs to be secured. If you're doing a letter like an E that may have multiple pieces that you have to secure, start with one stick, get that one secure, and then move on to the next one. So I'm going to hold it here, hold it in place where I want it, and I'm going to put the string around the stick that I'm securing and the one I'm securing it to. So I'm going to put it around like this, and I'm just going to start wrapping it, making sure that I'm wrapping it around the stick I'm securing it to and the stick itself. We're going to do a couple different wraps in this way that I've done here, making sure that you're pulling it nice and tight, just like this. Okay, so I've done quite a few going that way. So then you're going to want to change direction. So now I'm going to try, and I'm going to come through this V part here. I'm going to go around and then around the stick that I'm trying to attach to. I'm going to do that a couple times, just like this, making sure that the whole time you're pulling it tight. Now this can be kind of hard, so if you need help, make sure you ask somebody to help you with securing it. So I'm going to go back around through that V and around the one that I'm securing. I'm going to do a couple rounds like this. So you're pretty much just wrapping your string in all different ways and all different fashions so that the stick that you're securing stays where you want it to stay. Now I'm going to change directions again. I'm going to come from behind because this is now pretty good. It's stuck there pretty well, but I'm going to do a few more. I'm going to come from behind and go through here now. And we're going to do a couple like that. Okay, let's see, do a few more. Kind of move to the other side a bit because there's a large space here. Just like that. Okay, I think it's pretty secure. Might do a couple more wraps just to kind of make sure that we're good. Going in all different directions like this. Okay. Good. All right, I think we're good. I think it's very nice and secure. See, it doesn't move at all. So then I'm going to take this, I'm going to wrap it one more time, and you're going to try to tie a knot. So whatever way you can make the knot work. If it's not working, if you can't seem to get a knot in place, you can try and use just a little bit of glue just to kind of keep that first securing agent there. Okay. So I'm going to cut the excess string. If you cut it at a decent length like that, then you can actually tie a bit more of a knot. Okay, so I've got this excess that I cut, so I'm actually just going to tie a knot around one of the twigs so that it's there nice and tight. Tie a knot, just like that. I'm going to tie another one just to make sure it's really secure. So make sure you ask for help if you need help with tying your knots. Okay. There. Okay, so that is nice and secure. Now all my sticks are together, so I'm going to take this little extra piece of string here and I'm just going to take it off with my scissors. Just like that. And there you go. So I've got my letter now, so if you've got a letter that has more pieces you need to connect, make sure you take your time. Wrap it around all different directions. Keep changing how you're wrapping until your stick is nice and secure in the way that you want it to be. And then you can cut your string, make sure you leave some excess, and then you can tie a couple different knots in different ways so that it is good and secure. So I have my letter K here, and now I'm going to take the rest of my colors of my string, and I'm just going to make a pattern that I think looks good. And just like this one, I just did 2 colors with this one, and I kind of did an alternating pattern of the pink and the blue. I'm going to try using 3 colors with my K, and I'm going to do all different patterns and see what happens. So let me show you how to get started on your wrapping. So pick the color that you want to start with. So I'm going to choose this gray. You roll it out just a bit so that you've got some loose string hanging around. You're going to take the end and go where you want to start. So I'm going to start down here. And you're just going to take your piece of string and you're going to tie it to your stick. Tie it to where you're starting. So I'm going to tie it like that. I'm going to do a double knot so that it's nice and secure, just like this. And then you want to make sure that wherever you're starting from is nice and tight to where you left off from the last color. So I'm going from blue to this gray, so I'm going to make sure it's nice and tight. You want to make sure you have some excess here from where you tied it to the stick so that afterwards we're going to come back to this piece and we're going to use it to make sure everything is secure. So once you tied to the string, you can just start wrapping. So you can start going around your stick just like this for as long as you want, as short as you want, whatever pattern you want to make. And when you're done, we're going to actually go backwards and wrap backwards, cut it, and tie it to this piece that we left. But we'll get there in just a minute. I'm going to wrap, and then we will come back to how to secure that piece. So let's start wrapping. Okay, so I've wrapped as far that I think I want to. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go in reverse, and we're going to go back to where we originally started, where we tied our knot. We're going to wrap in reverse. And once you get there, so now I'm here, you can see my little string that I had left. You're going to go a ways down and you're going to cut your string just like that. And you're going to take the piece that you just cut and the one that you started with, and you're going to tie a knot to secure it all together. So we're going to tie a knot just like that, nice and tight, and do another one, do a second knot just like that. And then you can cut the pieces off on the sides. So we're going to snip them. There you go. just like that. So now I have a blue and I have a gray. So I'm going to keep doing the exact same thing that I have been doing. When you switch to a different color, you tie that string, you tie it to where you left off, to where you want to begin from with your new color. Wrap, 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 wrap it as far as that you want, and then do reverse, go backwards, cut your string, and then tie the two pieces together to secure it. And then you just keep doing that until your entire letter is covered in the pattern that you want it to be. So let's go. I'm going to finish up this letter and you can follow along with me. Okay, so I've got just one more wrap to go. So I'm just going to do this one with you guys one more time just to remind you how to do all the steps. So you take your color, you tie it to the place where you're going to be starting from. So you tie it, I tied 2 knots just to make sure it's good and tight. I leave some excess here from tying my knot because we're going to come back to that afterwards. And then so once it's tied, you can then start doing your wrapping. So you just spin it around, keep wrapping. Eventually, when you do it more and more, you actually get pretty fast at it. You can just go as fast as you want. Okay, so we're almost at the end. I'm going to roll out a bit more yarn, just like that. Make sure that you're keeping it nice and tight while you do it. When you get to the end, sometimes it can be a little bit tricky to get that end covered. I kind of go on a little bit of a diagonal. And then we're just going to wrap all the way back. We're going to go in reverse now, back to where we started. And once we get there, we're going to leave a bit of space. We're going to cut it. And then we're going to tie our 2 pieces of string we now have together. So we're going to tie a knot. And we're going to tie another one. Just like that. Pull it so it's nice and tight. And then you can cut the excess pieces off. Just like that. And there you go. So now I have my monogram stick letter. I've got a T and I've got a K, which is pretty cool. Now, if you want to, you can leave them just like this, and you can set them against something if you want in your room or in your living room, or you can take another piece of your yarn here, take a piece and cut it just like this. And if you want to make it so that it can hang on something, all you have to do is take one end. You're going to tie it around one spot, just like that, and then tie it around on another end. I'm just going to pretend here as if I did it. And then once they're tied, you'll have a secure little string up here like that so that you can hang it on something in your home. So that's it. It's super fun, super easy to do once you get a hang of it. If you need help, please ask somebody to help you with the knots or just getting everything secure. So go out, find some sticks, make a word, make your name, or just do the letters, whatever you want to do. Have so much fun. And we will see you on Sunday for our Kids Cabin online. Have a great week, everybody. Bye.